Hmm. Today we go for DFT problems. Now the DFT problems that we have to understand. Okay. Now here first problem is obtain n-point DFT of impulse signal del of n. Now here how you can solve this problem? So for this point of view here we consider x of n. X of n is discrete time signal. Now this discrete time signal x of n is nothing but del of n. This is the impulse signal. Okay. Now here this is our input. Now according to definition of discrete Fourier transform. What is discrete Fourier transform definition will says that says x of n, x of k is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi n k by n. Okay, this is the definition. Now, as per this definition, we are solving our problem. Now, we know the impulse signal. We already studied the standard input signal. So that's why standard input signal what says del of n is equal to 1 when n is equal to 0 and it is 0 when n is in another cases. Okay, when n is not equal to 0. Means by graph, we will draw it as a here del of n will be present. Here origin point is there. Here n signal is there. And here del of n has unity. So that's why del of n will be 1 at n is equal to 0. And in other cases, it will be 0. Okay. So this is our definition. Now, as per the definition, we are proving the problem. Okay, here we have to prove obtain the endpoint DFT of impulse signal del of n. Okay, now here we say del of n is equal to 1. Okay, only when it is 0. So we put it in our definition. Put del of n in definition. Okay, so here x of k is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 into del of n e raised to minus j 2 pi n k by n. Now here, what the definition will say? What the definition will say? N is equal to 0, then it will be 1. So that's why this del of n will be unity and this n will be 0. So that's why if this n will be 0, that e raised to 0 will be there and e raised to 0 will be 1. So that's why it is 1 into 1. Okay, and you will get x of k is equal to 1. Okay, so that's why here you can prove here del of n is directly proportional to unity if you find its DFT. Okay, so the DFT of del of n is 1. Okay, this will be proved from this expression. Okay, now this is the first problem. Okay. Now, second problem is obtain endpoint DFT of exponential sequence. What is exponential sequence? That is x of n is equal to a raised to n u of n. Its length is given for 0 is less than or equal to n, less than or equal to n minus 1. Okay, so this sequence is given for you in the problem. Okay, so here we have to find the exponential sequence DFT. Now you already learned the standard exponential signal. That standard exponential signal are increasing exponential signal or decreasing exponential. Okay, so that's why here the increasing exponential signal or decreasing exponential signals are represented as x of n is equal to a raised to n. Okay, now in the same fashion, here the exponential signal x of n is shown. Okay, so here decreasing exponential signal, that is value of a. Okay, here value of a will be lies between 0 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 1. Okay, and when you have to when the exponential signal is increasing, that time the value of a is greater than 1. Okay, so this is a basic fundamental behind the exponential signal. Now we are going for solving this exponential expression DFT. Okay, now here we are, remember we are finding the DFT. We already learned about the discrete time signal. Now by the definition, we know x of k is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi n k by n. This is the definition of a discrete Fourier transform. Okay, now in this discrete Fourier transform, this is a discrete time signal, and this discrete time signal is given as a raised to n u of n. Okay, now we put it here in our expression. So that's why we will say summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 a raised to n u of n. Okay, e raised to minus j 2 pi n k by n. But now here this is a unit step signal, and this unit step signal is unity. Okay, and its amplitude is 1 for all the values of 1. Okay, this is the main basic definition of this unit step signal. So we will consider for n is equal to 0 to n minus 1, its value is 1. Okay, so we replace it by 1. Okay, so we will rewrite this expression summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 a raised to 1 n into 1. Now I am not writing here 1. Okay, directly I am writing e raised to minus j 2 pi n k by n. Now this is our problem. Okay, so this is x of k. Okay, now for this x of k, we are finding here the problem. Now here n is present, here also n is present. So that's why we say this n and this n both are common from these both expressions. So that's why we will write here summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 a raised to 1. Instead of writing 1, I write here a. Okay. Similarly, e raised to minus j 2 pi. Instead of writing n, I write here 1, but n is hidden. So that's why k by n and raised to n. Getting my point? So here I written the expression in this way. Okay. Now, if you say this is a only one term, that is, I say here it is a only a single term. If I compare with the standard summation series, okay, if we compare standard summation series. In 12th, you already learned it. Okay, have you know this formula? So I am giving you that formula, that is summation of k is equal to n1 to n2 a raised to k is equal to a raised to n1 minus a raised to n2 plus 1 upon 1 minus a. Hope you might remember. Okay, but if you not remember, this will be a standard summation series, and because of this standard summation series, we are comparing this expression with the expression a raised to k. Now here I am erasing this part and again writing it by the next one point. Okay, now here n minus 1 is present. Okay, now we compare it. Okay, what is n1, what is n2? So that's why we consider here this n1 is n is equal to 0, and what is n2? N2 is n minus 1. I am writing here what is n1? N1 is 0. Okay, and n2 is n minus 1. Okay, and what is a? A is what? That a is nothing but a into e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n. So that's why I write here the value of a is a e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n. Okay, so here we will get this value. Now we put in our expression, that is x of k. So that's why we will write here the x of k in this fashion. So that's why a raised to n1 minus a raised to n2 plus 1 upon 1 minus a. So I write here value of a. A already we calculated here. We will find it from just by comparison. So that's why I write here a e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n raised to, now raised to n1. N1 value is 0. So that's why I write here 0. Getting this? Okay. Now minus sign is here. A is here. So that's why a is again repeating. That is a e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n. Okay. And here n2. N2 is n minus 1. N minus 1 plus 1. Okay. So this term will be there. Okay. So this term is completed. This is a numerator term. So I now go for denominator term 1 minus a. So that's why 1 minus a. A is nothing but this one term. A e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n. Okay. So this term will be coming in denominator. Now here this term will be raised to 0 if a into e raised to this term. So that's why if you multiply it, you will get this term a raised to 0, e raised to 0. So that's why it will becomes 1. Okay. So that's why I write here it will be 1. Okay. Getting this? So that's why this term will be coming 1. 1 minus. Now here this minus 1 and this plus 1 get erased. So that's why this n will be coming. So that's why this n will multiplied with this. This n will be coming multiplied with this. So that's why a raised to n into e raised to n. N into n both are get cancelled. You will get e raised to minus j 2 pi k term will be present at the exponent. Okay. So that's why I write here a raised to n into now e raised to minus j 2 pi k. Okay, n and both are get cancelled, and at the denominator the same case will be coming a e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n. Okay. Now here if this term will be coming now in this expression here. This expression is coming for x of k. Now here in this expression there is no any change, but here in the numerator 1 minus a raised to n, this will be also n term. Okay, so because of this n and because of this n we cannot able to deduct, but here only this term will be present. Here it does not carry any value of n. So if I write e raised to minus j 2 pi k, okay, that will be okay. If I write e raised to j term, here what is e raised to j term? That is e raised to minus j. E raised to minus j is cos theta minus j sin theta. What is e raised to minus j? Okay, that is cos theta minus j sin theta. Okay, so here I replace it by with this term, so that's why you will get cos of 2 pi k, okay, 2 pi k minus j sin 2 pi k. Okay, now k is coming from x of k, so that's why value of k will be 0, 1, 2, or it will be up to n minus 1. So that's why here if it is 1, 0, 1, 2, or n minus 1, so that's why here we will find here in case. Okay, in case here if it is 1, okay, so that's why what is if it is okay, if it is 0, okay, if it is 0 or if it is 1, okay, so you will get it is cos 2 pi, okay, so it will be 1 minus 0, okay, and you will get finally one term. Okay, now at this expression here, in case if you put the value of k as a 0, so that's why cos 0 or sin 0 will be getting in this fashion. Now if you put this expression, put this value in our expression, you will get x of k is equal to 1 minus a raised to n. Okay, so this term will be unity, and in the denominator you will get 1 minus a e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n. Okay, so this will be your answer. Okay, so this will be finally you will get this answer. Okay, now this is about the second problem. Now we will go for third one problem. Okay, now I am erasing it. Now here of 10, now instead of n point we will go for the 4-point DFT sequence. Okay, for finding the 4-point DFT sequence. Okay, so that's why DFT sequence that I write here, obtain 4-point DFT sequence. X of n is equal to, in curly brace, it is 1, 1, 0, 0. If the problem is given in this nature, okay, now here instead of unit step or any exponent term, here in case the problem is given by with any value, then how you can solve it? Okay, now here to solve it, here we first find what is the definition. Okay, we know the definition. We know definition of DFT. What is definition of DFT? That is x of k is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi n k by n. Now here x of n is already given you. Okay, so that's why this x of n we have to put. Now here the n value is varying from 0, 1, 2, and 3. In the same fashion, the value of k is also varying. So that's why k is nothing but n. Now in this way, we will consider when k is equal to 0. When k is equal to 0. So that's why x of k means it is 0. You will get summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi. Now n here for initially I write here k by n. Now we put the value of k is 0. I am again rewriting this expression. So that's why here summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n. Now if you put value of k is equal to 0, this term will be 0. If this term will be 0, so that's why e raised to 0 will be there. So that's why e raised to 0 is nothing but 1. Okay, so that's why this term will be 1. And here the value of n. Okay, value of n. What is the value of n? N is totally dependent on these bits 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why it is a 4-point DFT sequence. This already given in your problem. So that's why the value of n is 4. So that's why here we are replacing this n, that is 4. 4 minus 1, it will be becoming 3. Okay, it will become 3. So that's why it already proved it. N is varying from 0 to 3. N is varying from 0 to 3. So that's why here n value is varying from 0 to 3 and this value is given here. So that's why here 0 is present, 1 is present, 2 is present and 3 is present. Okay, when n will be 0, its value is 1. When n value is 1, its value is 1. When n value is 2, its value is 0. When n value is 3, its value is 0. So we will solve this expression. We solve this mathematical expression summation. So I write here x of 0, okay, into 1, okay, plus x of 1 when n is 0, then when n is 1, then plus x of 2 when n is equal to 2 plus x of 3. Okay. Now we already knowing the value of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. For your understanding, I am writing here x of 0 is 1, x of 1 is 2, x of 2 is 0 and x of 3 is 0. Okay, for your understanding here I am writing. Okay, now here, okay, you can able to see these values. Okay, that's why I'm just checking whether you can watch it or not. Okay, now here you can put these values in the first expression. X of 0 is 1 plus x of 1 is 2 plus x of 2 is 0 plus x of 3 is 0 and you will get here total value 3. So that's why x of 0 is nothing but 3. Okay, sorry. Here it is 1. Okay, so that's why if it is 1, here it is 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, 1, 1 will be 2. Okay, so hope you got this. Okay, 1 plus 1, it is 2. X of 0 is 2. Okay, now we go for the value of k is equal to 1. Okay, just I am erasing this term. Now we consider k is equal to 1. Okay, now x of 1 is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Here x of n into e raised to minus j 2 pi. Now I am putting the value of k is 1. So that's why 2 pi n into 1 by n. Okay, hope you getting this. Okay, now directly I written this value of k. So you understood it. Okay, now here, now I am solving it. Okay, so that's why here I am putting the value of n. N is 3. Sorry, n is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, so that's why it will be 3 and here it is also 4. Okay, n is 4. Now here this will be the final expression. Okay, x of 1 is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi n by 4. Now again you can solve it. Here 2 and 4 will be there. So I write here n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi. Now here pi n by 2. So I written it like this. Now I am solving this expression. So I put n value 0, 1, 2, and 3. So that's why I write here x of 0. Okay, if it is 0, okay, here n value is also 0. So if n value is 0, so that's why the whole term will become 0. So that's why it will be 0. Okay, plus x of 1. Now here the value of n is 1. So that's why it will become pi by 2. So that's why e raised to minus j pi by 2. Okay. Plus now x of 2 is 0. X of 3 is 0. So that's why if you put the value of x of 2, x of 3, again here it is 0. So that's why here it will be directly writing. I'm writing it as a 0 plus 0. Okay. Now, at this moment, you will get the value x of 0. X of 0 is 1. Okay, e raised to 0 is nothing but 1. 1 into 1 plus x of 1 is 1 into e raised to minus j pi by 2. So that's why you will get 1 plus e raised to minus j pi by 2. Now, what about this e raised to minus j pi by 2? Again, we will solve it as per e raised to minus j theta. So that's why 1 plus e raised to means cos pi by 2 minus j sine pi by 2. Now, what is cos 90 and what is sine 90? So that's why cos 90 is 0 and sine 90 is 1. Okay, so that's why here you will get 1 plus 0 minus j. Okay, so that's why you will get minus j into 1. Okay, and this will be 0. So that's why 1 minus j term will be getting for x of 1. Okay. Now, this is about the second one term. Now I am changing the value of k is equal to 2. If I change value of k is equal to 2, so that's why it is n is equal to 0 to 3, x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi n into 2. Okay, instead of 1, here it is 2. So 2 into 2, it is 4. 4 by 4, it is 1. Okay, 4 by 4, so that's why only pi by n term will be present. Okay, so that's why pi by n term will be coming in the numerator. Okay, so e raised to minus j pi by term is coming in the numerator. So I solve it with this n is equal to 0 to 3. I write here x of 0 e raised to 0 plus x of 1 e raised to, now n is 1. So that's why here you will get minus j pi. Okay, now you will get x of 0 is 1, 1. Okay, whole term will be 1 plus x of 1 is again 1, only e raised to minus j pi. Now we solve this expression, so that's why 1 plus cos pi minus j sine pi. Now what is cos pi? Cos 180. Cos 180 is nothing but 1, sine 180 is nothing but 0. Okay, so I write here 1 plus 1. Okay, I write here okay, no, I hope it is minus 1. Okay, okay, so that's why cos pi is equal to minus 1. So that's why this minus term will be here and you will get x of 2 is nothing but 0. Okay. Now, the last one term that I am giving you, that is k is equal to 3. So that's why x of 3 is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n e raised to minus j. Now here e raised to minus j 2 pi n k by 4. Now here we put a value of k is equal to 3. Okay, so that's why it is 3 into 2, that is 6. Okay, so that's why it is 3 by 2. Okay, so that's why it is j 3 by 2. Okay, and pi n. This term will be coming in the numerator. Hope you got this. Okay. Now I am putting the value of n is equal to 0 to 3. I solve this mathematical expression, that is x of 0 e raised to 0. Okay, plus x of 1 e raised to, now the value of n is equal to 1. So that's why I will get minus j 3 pi by 2. Okay, so here this value will be 1, this value will be 1, this value will be 1. You will get 1 plus e raised to minus j 3 pi by 2. Okay, now we solve this expression. 1 plus cos 3 pi by 2 minus j sine 3 pi by 2. What is that value? Okay, so here you will get 270. So that's why 3 pi by 2 is nothing but 0. Here 3 pi by 2 is nothing but minus 1. Okay, so here we will put 1 plus here 0 minus j in bracket minus 1. Okay, so that's why here minus minus will becomes plus. Okay, you will get x of k is nothing but 1 plus j. Okay, now what is the final answer? You will get the final answer, that is x of k. Okay, x of k for all values. You will get the first, you got the first value, that is 2. Second value you got 1 minus j. Third value you got 0, and fourth value you got 1 plus j. Okay, so that's why this is the DFT, that is 4-point DFT sequence of x of n 1 1 0 0. So this is the final answer that you got for 4-point DFT. Stop.